I feel like some of you guys haven't watched Attack on Titan. Or maybe you watched it once, just kind of took in the information, and just kind of went on your merry way. Or you're like me who watched it multiple times. The reason I say this is because I stumbled upon a video where people were talking about a certain somebody and how they didn't know what their last name was until season 3, and everyone was arguing, no, he knew the entire time. No, he didn't. He didn't. And I'm talking about Levi Ackerman. Kushel, or however you pronounce her name, never told Levi what his last name was. Just that his name was Levi. He's just Levi. And he even states this when Kenny goes to see him for the first time. He's just Levi. Kenny even says, you know what, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea, good job. Saying that to his now dead sister. And, I don't know if people caught this. Levi never called Kenny Ackerman. He was always Kenny or Kenny the Ripper. So Levi didn't know Kenny's last name. And in the No Regrets OVA, Isabel, Furlon, and Levi, they all introduced themselves. Isabel Magnolia, Furlon Church, and Levi. Just Levi. Because Levi didn't know his last name. And when you watch season 1 and Captain Levi is introduced, notice how he's never called Captain Levi Ackerman. You have Commander Ervin Smith, Section Commander Hanji Zoe, Captain Levi. That's because Levi didn't know his last name. Then, season 3 rolls around. And when Levi is torturing that guy for information and he finally cracks and he says something like, Kenny Ackerman takes no prisoners, or whatever he said. And Mikasa, she's like, Ackerman? Oh shit. And Levi, though he doesn't show it, he's like, what? Ackerman? Because in Levi's mind, he believed Kenny was his father. So he suspected at that moment that he was possibly an Ackerman. And that's why he had that conversation with Mikasa, just to see if maybe she experienced the same things that he did. Hell, when Raina tells Zeke, hey, you should look out for Captain Levi, notice how he never calls him an Ackerman. That's because Raina didn't know he was an Ackerman. And that's why Zeke underestimated Captain Levi, because he didn't know he was an Ackerman.